guys, in this video I will show you how to use the proper looping technique to solve different situations. So the technique that I'm going to show you is for loop and do while loop. Okay, look at this first question. Write a C++ program that use loop to output odd number. Odd number is 1, 3, 5, 7 between two values input by the user. So by looking at this sentence, these questions, okay, again, first thing first, what is your first step to write before you write the program? You have to understand your requirement and come up with a possible solution first. Okay, you look at these questions, it means that if the user key in two values, okay, you have to find out all the odd number between these two values. For instance, if the user key 24 and 30, then your expected output will be 25, 27 and 29. You have to find the odd number between this 24 and 30. Okay, so what is your initial condition for this case? Okay, your initial condition normally will be your first value, which is 24. If let's say the user key 24 as their first value. Meanwhile, the check condition will normally will be the last value, okay, which is 30. Okay, you proceed, you check the value until value 30. This will be your check condition, last value. Okay, 30, and then update condition will be 1 plus 1, since you are going to check every single value from value 24, then you plus 1, 25, you check when value 25, then you check 26 until 30. Okay, once you have identified what are the requirements and understand the questions, then what will be the technique, what technique that you should use? Okay, we have three techniques: for loop, while loop and do while loop. So in this case, it is a pre-test. Okay, it is a pre-test condition where you test the condition first. You test whether the value is it before 30. If yes, then only you proceed. Okay, then you check again. It is a pre-test condition. Okay, and it is a counter control. It is controlled by the counter. Okay, as long as it's between before this 30, then you will just proceed. And then every time you add 1, it's controlled by the counter. If it is a pre-test and also the counter control, then you have to use loop conditions. Okay, once you have identified what is the technique to use, now how to display the odd value? Okay, how to solve this question, how to get this odd number between two values? Okay, so one of the possible solutions will be using this modulus that you have learned in lesson 4. Modulus is basically you get the remainder, okay, after the division. Okay, if you have a even number, for instance 24, okay, you modulus 2, your remainder will be 0. 26 modulus 2 will be 0. So whenever you use even number, you modulus by 2, you give you 0. This is the common answer, okay, common feature here. If you divide this odd number modulus 2, you will get remainder of 1. 25 modulus 2, you get 1. 27, you get 1. This is the common features here. Once you identify this is the common features, yes, then you can use this modulus. Alright, so once you come out with these solutions, okay, next will be planning your solutions using this flowchart, pseudocode or structure chart. Okay, normally I will suggest or recommend my student to use flowchart to solve a very complicated or to solve this control structure such as the selections and this looping. Okay, so come back to here. Okay, I will show you how to draw a flowchart for this for loops. Okay, based on these requirements, based on the requirements and the possible solution, we will come up with this flowchart. Okay, first thing first, you have this entry point, start, Okay, now what is the second step? Okay, ask the user, print key in two values. Okay, so the user key in, get user input. We have two values, two input here. Okay, next, what is the next step? Okay, so maybe you can print out some statement here. Okay, print the odd number between these two values are. Okay, now we come to this for loop. First thing first, you have to set. Okay, you give a counter to this for loop condition. So the counter is basically to use to keep track of this number of these preset iterations. Make sure that there are 4 inside this minimum and maximum value. This is the value that key in by the user. Okay, so the counter here, I rename it as a value. This is your initial conditions. Okay, this will be your initial condition. Okay, I set this counter as value. I give a name. So I set first number. This is the number given by the user. First, I set this first number. I assign this first number to my counter. Okay, next, I check the conditions. Is it this value or this counter before the second number? Okay, now this is the second number. Is these two value here are the value key in by the user. Okay, first value and second value. So this will be your initial condition. This will be your checking condition. Check conditions. Okay, next, if it is less than this second number, then it will okay, then okay, next we ask again, is it if this value modulus by 2 equal to 1? Okay, so if yes means it is a odd value. Okay, if you come back to this possible solutions, with the odd number modulus 2, you will get 1. So if any value modulus 2 you get equal to 1, then we know that this number will be the odd number. So you print out, print this value, print the value, content of the value. Okay, this is yes. Right. So next will be process. You have to add 1 to the value. Okay, value plus value, or value plus. Increase the value by 1 because you are going to test the value between these two values. Okay, or from 24, then you add 125. You check whether this 25 is a odd number or not. Then add 126, check again. Add 127, check again. Okay. So one more here. If the yes, then you add 1. If no, then you skip this print. Then go to here. It's no. Okay, what is the next step? So once you increase this value by 1, then you have to go back to this check conditions. Okay, check. Is it this value? Means that now you have a 24, right? You check. Okay, and 24 modulus 2 equal to 0, right? So it's no. So you will skip this step. Okay, so you come here, add one value, become 25. So 25, go to here, check, is it 25 less than your second value key by the user? Okay, if yes, still less than, then you proceed again, repeat. This is looping. Okay, until it go to this 30. Now add 1, become 31. Until it become 31, you check, is it this 30 less than 30? Is this 31 less than 30? Wrong, false, right? So you come out from this looping and you just end the program. Yes, this will be your flowchart. Alright. So start, key in two value, ask the user key in two value, print two values, print this statement. Okay, give this initial conditions, then check condition. Okay, as long as it meet the conditions, okay, and it will proceed this process. Check whether it's an odd or even number, then increase the value by one counter. Okay, repeat until it fall outside the range, then false. This is false. Then end the program. That's it. Okay, so once you have come out this flowchart, you have to go back to this step 3, write the program. Okay, so open your VS. Okay. So come back to this VS. Then we have the using namespace standard. Okay, follow the sequence in the flowchart here. Okay, print key into value. Okay, cout. Please key in two integer values. Okay, so you get two value. See in, for instance, first number, second number. Okay, first number, second number. Okay, so since these two are your variables, so you need to declare. So these are the integer. First number, second number. Alright, so okay, so again print the odd number. Okay, cout. The odd numbers between the two values are alright. Then you come up with this for loop. Okay, start from here. Will be your for loops. So recall back what is your syntax for the for loops. Okay, for bracket your initial condition, right? So I give the counter, I rename this counter as a value. So value equal to first number, initial conditions. Then semicolon your check conditions. Okay, value as long as it's less than or equal to second number, and then finally your update condition value plus plus. Okay, since I'm going to use this variable, so I have to declare again this variable value. Alright, so you have identified, you have key in this initial conditions, check conditions, and your update conditions. Now you have to put this bracket. Okay, now come to this next step. This. Then you have this if statement. If your value modulus 2 equal to 1. Okay, no semicolon. Then if yes, then you see out value. Okay. Alright. It seems okay. So finally I return 0. Okay, check whether it's tally with your flowchart or not. Let's print. Then increase this one. Okay, then end. Okay, so I will run the program. So please key into integers value. So come back to our condition here. So I key in 24, 30, right? 24, 30. So the odd number between the two values are 25, 27, 29. Is it tally with our expected output here? Yes. If I key in 24, 30, then this is my expected output. So it's tally, so which means that my program is perfect. Okay. So now move on to the question 2. Alright, so write a C++ program that asks the user to key in number that is a range from 10 to 50 inclusive. If the number is valid, which means that if the value that keyed by the user is fall between this 10 to 50, okay, then the program will print the message valid. Else, if the value is fall outside this 10 to 50, then it will print invalid. Okay, after that, it will print done for both cases. No matter you are valid or invalid, we will print done. Lastly, the program will repeat until the user say, hey, stop the program. Alright, so clear? So again, go to the first step, understand the question first, come up with the requirements and come up with the possible solutions. Okay, in this question you are going to ask the user to key in the value. If the value falls between 10 to 50, print valid, else print invalid, which means out of range. After that, you have to print done for both cases. Okay, so this process will repeat, okay, until the user key in no. Okay, if a user key in yes, then it will repeat, and if the user key in no, then it will stop the process. Alright, so again, so you understand this requirement. So what technique that you should use? For loop, while loop, or do while loop. Look at this question, it is a post test. You see, you print the value first, you check the condition first, you check whether it's between 10 and 50, you execute this process first, then only you check the condition whether you want to stop or repeat, or want to stop or you want to continue the process. So it is a post test. You test after the process. In the question 1 is you test first, then you execute the process. This is you execute the process first, then only you check the condition. So it is a post test. Also, it is a event control. Okay, it controlled by this user input whether it's yes or no. It's not controlled by the counter, no value. Just not in the previous case, we know that it is controlled by the counter. So this one no. For the counter control, we know exactly how many iterations that we need to execute, but this one no exact number of the iterations. It will stop when the user key no. So it is an event control. So if this is a post test and event control, then we have to use do while loop. Okay, so additional notes here. There will be no initial or update condition for the case, and the update condition will be you ask a question, do you want to continue? Then you put yes or no. Okay, so if the user key in n or other char, then the process will stop. If the user key in y or small or uppercase of y, then process will repeat it, keep going on. Okay, so once you have understand the requirements and come up with a possible solution, again, what will be the next step? You have to draw out your flowchart. Okay, so I clean this first. All right. So I will start as user, your entry point, start. Okay, so you check straight away, ask. Okay, ask print key in a value. Okay, so we get user input, which is the value. You get user input. Okay, the next step will be you check the number, is it more or equal to 10, and this number less or equal to 50. Alright, if yes, then you have to print valid. Else, you print invalid. Means that check the condition. If the value the key by the user is fall between this 10 and 50, then you print valid. Else, you print invalid. Okay, remember what is the next step? If you print this done for both cases, print done. Alright. Okay, what is the next step? Okay, your next step will be ask whether you want to continue or not. Print, do you want to continue? Yes, go to yes. No, go to no. Ask the user. Alright. Okay, so user key in, user input. Alright, now you have to check the conditions. If the answer is equal to yes or small capital yes, then you continue. Okay, come back to here. Continue. Okay, you continue to the next value, then you check again whether it's number between this 10 and 50. If yes, then valid. So repeat again, repeat. Okay, this part. So this is the part where you repeat your process. Okay, so if we have another condition, else if the user key in not Y, key in other char on N, no, then you have to go out and alright. So this is the do while loop. You proceed first. Okay, you process everything first at least one time, then only you check the conditions. If the answer is yes, then only you repeat. In the previous case is you have to check the condition first. Okay, if true, then only you process. This one is you process first and only you check, and it is a event control. It's not controlled by the counter. In the previous case we had a counter known as the value, right? So in this case there is no counter, so it is a post test and event control. So we use a do while loop. Okay, once you have this flow chart, okay, so we have to go to our third step. Writing your program. Okay, so I remove everything first. Okay, remember what is the structure for the do while loop? I have to do while. So what is your condition? This is the structure. Okay, so first thing first, follow the flow chart. Ask the user, see out, enter an integer between 10 to 50. Alright, so user key in a value number. So this is the variable, so we key in, declare a variable here, number. Okay, not yet done. Okay, so you check the condition. If the number is it more or equal to 10 and number less or equal to 50. Okay, those semicolon so see out valid. Else see out invalid. Okay, so after that you have to print done, right? So print done. Okay, what else? So you check conditions, see out. Do you want to continue? Yes or yes, no and or no. Alright, so okay. Then user key in the answer. Okay, so you have another variable here. So since this is a char, okay, this is a char, so I declare a variable char answer. Okay, because this is yes equal to y equal to yes, n equal to no, right? So this is a char, so the data type for this answer will be a char. Okay, so if follow the flow chart, what will be the next step? Okay, finally check your condition. What is your answer? If your answer is equal to yes, okay, or answer equal to small y. Okay, if y equal to a, then we repeat, else it will come up. Okay, yeah. So this is 2 while loop. So one is okay, so I will run the program. So enter an integer between, so if I key in 30, yes, still within valid. So do you want to continue? Yes. Enter another value, 49. So valid, done. Do you want to continue? Yes. So this process will keep repeating until you key in no. Okay, for instance, now I key in a -5, so it invalid. So do you want to continue? So if let's say I key in no, and so it will just end the program. So it is controlled by the event, not counter. We don't know what is the exact iteration to stop the process. Okay, so I hope through this video you know how to differentiate what is the difference between what are the differences between this for loop and the do while loop. Okay, and also in what situation that you have to use this technique. Okay, so I will see you in the next video.